Hello everyone and welcome to the voiceover, I guess. This is my first actual proper voiceover on this channel, so I thought it would be better to do a voiceover than to make you read captions as well as trying to see what's on the screen. A lot of you guys have been asking for this video for quite a while now, so I hope that you enjoy it, but let's get into it. Okay, so this little sidebar gives a good overview of all the pages that I've got on my Notion. So yeah, you've got daily, weekly, a study one, a little cozy one for my life, a YouTube one, and a university one. So on each page you can see the sub-pages inside. So yeah, but we'll just start with daily, and this is what it looks like. I've got a little Totoro gif at the top, which I quite like. Can change the cover and everything on Notion, which is quite cool to personalize it. So it is quite literally an online bullet journal. So my daily page I kind of just use as a daily spread in a bullet journal. Something that I prefer is that it's a lot more flexible than a physical journal. But yeah, I've got a little quote at the top just to remind myself, because I forget that quite a lot, but you can move elements around in the page really quickly and kind of change things up, because I get bored of things quite quickly, so it's nice to change my theme a lot. On the left we just have a little to-do list, things I want to get done each day. I've actually finished my Notion setup, so I'll just take that away. So yeah, that's my main to-do list that I use to track tasks I need to do every day at uni. And then in the middle I've got a widget that I use to track how many glasses of water that I drink every day. You just press the plus or minus button as you drink, and then I've got a little picture on the side. Well, I think all of my pictures come from Pinterest actually, so you can follow that. I've got that linked in the description. Then I've got some quick links that you can just get to easy from the daily page. So then on the right I have a habit tracker, which I made out of a table element, so that I have the days of the week on one column and then all the habits that I want to track. As you can see, you can tick them off easily, but I haven't really been doing that because I haven't been doing the habits, so I hope that makes you feel better if you haven't either. And then I just have a brain dump for random thoughts that I don't want to forget. And then on the bottom left I have a timing section for if I want to timetable my day, but I'll show you how I create blocks and stuff, just a basic walkthrough, but these are all blocks that you can add onto your Notion. That's what I use for the habit tracker, the table from the database section. Let's say you wanted to make a timetable subpage. You just type in, you choose the page block and it comes up. This is what a plain page looks like in Notion, completely empty. You can do with it whatever you want. So just give it a title, maybe a little cover. They choose random emojis and they have a set of preset colours or pictures for the covers, but you can customize it pretty much however you want with the blocks. So you can add a quote, maybe a board, and this helps with like projects when you want to see your progress and what you want to do. Each card can have its own page. So that was a really quick overview of what you can do. I'll take you to my daily routine subpage that I do not stick to. I made it when I was in a rut and it helped for about maybe 4 days, and then I stopped following it. But you can tick off each thing in the routine as in when you do it, and change the colours quite quickly. Yeah, I really don't follow this that much, but if I want to return to it, it's there for if I want to be more productive in the mornings and evenings. So we'll go on to my weekly page now. This is really simple. I've just got the days of the week, but I use it to plan out my uni work and classes and how I'll fit everything around each other. I've gone for a little summer theme to perk me up when it's in winter and depressing, but yeah, this is what it looks like. You can change the size of blocks really easily. The whole thing is very flexible. So let's say I wanted to plan out my week using this spread. I'd add the classes that I've got in here. Usually I use the bulleted list. So let's say I've got a lecture 10 to 11 and then a lab afterwards. I'd write those into the classes section of Monday. and then as you do them you can tick them off. Quite satisfying. I use a strike through for this. And then I'll add the tasks that I need to do on that day in the tasks section, I guess. So let's do the pre-lab work. What else do I need to do? Some post-lecture reading. And if I don't do that on the Monday, I can really easily just take that block and move it onto the Tuesday, which is really helpful so that I don't make a mess of things. Because in a physical bullet journal, I end up not doing half the tasks and then crossing them out and putting them on the Tuesday. It just looks like a mess. But here you can just put them onto Tuesday. So my next page is the little study cafe. This is what it looks like. I've gone for a little rainbow theme. I have a widget for the exam weeks. It's a countdown. Well, it was a countdown, but exams were 11 weeks ago, so it's just been going overdue. Maybe I should refresh that. I've got another call out block to remind myself to be realistic, because I'm really bad at it, as you'll see when I show you my exam season page. The main part of the page is the table with all my modules in it, and I organised all of the deadlines using this. So this is one of my modules. You can see I've added the school in, the link to the Blackboard page, things I have to do for each lecture, online lecture. I've got a deadlines table to track all of the assignments that I got to do for this particular module. You can add a due date and a status, so you can just keep on top of everything. So yeah, that was one of my module pages for the exam season. This is where I tried to organise myself for exams. It wasn't very realistic. As you can see, I did not study nearly that much because it was too much for me. I've got a schedule widget in there, which I'm still trying to figure out how to make it work. I have an upcoming deadlines chart, so I'll show you how I can make things for that. So if you add a new row, let's say I'm doing a research paper, you add the due date in with the little calendar feature, and then the status, so I've not started it yet, and the percentage of the grade for the module, and then you put in things in the main body of it that you need for organisation, so to-do lists, calendars, things like that. And a funky thing is it's got a filter feature, so where status is not completed it shows, but as soon as you change the status to completed, it goes away because you finished it. So that's quite fun. I have a priorities and memos section just for thoughts and things I want to keep in the front of my mind each week, and a little picture of Bokuto in the corner to have a go at me when I'm not studying. It's motivational. So yeah, that's my study page. So next we'll go on to my home life page. I've called it Cozy Corner, just for fun. This is what it looks like. I've gone for another colourful theme. I just use it to track some of the things I need to for hobbies, what I'm watching, things like that. So yeah. I've got a little watch list that I use to track things that I want to watch, recommendations, what I thought of shows that I'm watching. So I've got a chart, and yeah, just what I thought of it, the genre, whether I'm watching it or I've not started it, a little archive, but I haven't filled it out yet. But you can decide what the rating was, some recommendations from my friends. I've got a read list, which is really simple, just some fiction and non-fiction, books that I just want to read. I need some non-fiction recommendations because I've got none at the moment. I have a tracker for some online orders, just the same thing that you see with all my charts, just when I ordered it, the status, how much it cost, and a tracking link if I've got it. If it's arrived, I've got the filter on so that it disappears, which is quite fun. But it's just good to kind of track how much I've got on the way so that I don't go overboard. And then I've got a page for manga that I haven't actually started yet because it's for when I want to get the books for the shows that I watch. There's just a simple wish list below, can embed links, which shows you the pictures of things I want, which is quite nice. I usually don't buy all that much, but it's nice to write it down so that I don't end up impulse buying it. And then some page ideas. We can go on to my YouTube page, Honey Milk's Control Center, if you will. Yeah, I've got some video ideas and TikTok ideas going on. I've taken away all my video ideas so that they're at least a still surprise for you when they go up, but I don't end up doing that many TikToks, so I don't mind if you see those. But yeah, you can tick them off, move them around. It's really flexible. Got a little video tracker of when I want to publish things. So for example, if I want to make a journal with me, I'll just add it into a column. I'll publish it on the 31st, let's say. I can add whether there's a sponsorship, what the sponsorship's for, and then a status column, whether you're filming, editing, not started, things like that. You can also add columns really easily. So let's say I wanted to make one with a video link in it. You can add the column and then the URL property to the column itself. I have a sponsorships segment and a content schedule, which is a little calendar block. And then we go on to my Life Hub. I think the banner is the same as one of the other things, but that's fine. Again, it's really simple, just so that it's easy to use, but I've got some recipe ideas for when I'm at uni and I want to cook. So you can see I've got some salads, and then you can embed links, so when you click on the balsamic lentil one, it takes you straight to the website, which is quite helpful, especially if you want to get it up on your phone. It integrates with the Notion app on your phone, and you can access it really easy from there, so you don't spend ages trying to find a recipe. And then I've got a meal plan, really simple table. You can see my boring meals that I make. And then I have a column for ingredients, and I can go through and see what I've got, what I've not got. And let's say I haven't got an ingredient. If I haven't got an ingredient, I can make it red. I know that I need to buy that when I next go grocery shopping, so I can easily look at the ingredients column, pick out what I need to buy, and then add it to my shopping list. And that also comes up on my phone really quickly on the Notion app, so that's something that I really appreciate when I'm in the grocery store. So yeah, that's basically it for my Notion setup. It's pretty simple. I just like making it look pretty. One of the things that I do really love about Notion is how flexible it is, so when I feel like changing it, it's really easy to completely change the whole theme of it, as opposed to a physical notebook. But I hope that you enjoyed this tour, and if you are interested, I can leave a link down in the description to some of my templates if you want to use it. Thank you so much to Notion for sponsoring this video. I hope that you guys have a really good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.